You know, I really have been dreading the WWE product for a while now. Um, I talked about it in my Fastlane predictions. About how fucked, how about how this fucking company, um, is just fucking shit. It's been this way for a while. Um, and they just don't give a shit really. You know, they fucking just I think just want to please themselves instead of the customer. Um, Now I understand we as fans don't always know what we want, but with this show, they don't give a shit what we want, and this is just sad. Um, Now this pay per view sucked. I'm just gonna say it flat out. I fucking hated it. Um, and I was really hoping going into the show because I was just so distracted with school and the situation going on with my friend Marissa C, who you can check out on YouTube, that I really wasn't just focused on wrestling. Wrestling just had sucked to begin with itself. It had just been making so many bad decisions. Um, and then, so I was like, you know what? Hopefully they finally do something at Fastlane. They have a chance to save WrestleMania 32 because this WrestleMania is, even though I'm going to the show, this WrestleMania hype sucks. The only reason I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to it. This WrestleMania, if I wasn't going to the show, I would say it sucked. It's probably going to be a good show just because I think I think it's because I'm gonna be there live and I'll be marking out for some things, but it's like this fucking company is gonna fucking suck after WrestleMania 32. This fucking company just doesn't give a shit what we want. This fucking company wants to do things their way instead of the way. Like I understand some fans aren't right. You have those smokes out there that think that only their way is right, and when they listen to the fans, sometimes it does blow up in their face. Not every fan needs to be listened to, but there is fans that know about the fucking business more than the fucking WWE does. Um, and it's like, I don't know. It's just, let me review the show maybe, and then you'll find out. So it's Fastlane. Um, and I actually get to talk about start with the positive stuff because let's kind of take a look about how crappy this company is, bro. But let's start off with the positives. So we get the kickoff. We get Renee Young, Booker T, Jerry the King Lawler, and Corey Graves on the panel. I actually think the kickoff was really well done this time, and I'll tell you why later on. When I tell you later on when I actually go through it. So we had JBL, Moro Winalo, and Byron Saxon on commentary for the kickoff. Which I like that they had Moro Winalo out there. It definitely made the show feel special. It was something different for the kickoff, and I think they're gonna start using Moro Winalo on pay-per-views. Just probably not yet. I guess this was just a test for him to see how he would do, and he did fantastic out there. He's a great commentator. I definitely think that they should use him. And I thought he was going to be on the whole pay-per-view. I kind of wish he had been, but he wasn't. And I guess, but I think he would have nailed it. But he's never been on commentary for a 3-hour pay-per-view before. So maybe they didn't want to have him be out there, but I definitely think he would have nailed it. When he was on commentary, he even kind of brought out he even made JBL seem like a slightly good commentator. He was great. And Jerry the King Lawler I thought was better on the panel this time. Now that he's full on heel, he's just great now overall. And Corey, the only problem is it kind of overshadows Corey Graves. But I kind of like how they have like two faces on the panel now. Because before it was only Corey Graves as the heel, which he still did fine. But everybody else was face. So now that Corey Graves and now they have two heels and two faces, it balances out the panel. So I like that. and they do like an interview with Paul Heyman. He actually ends up coming on the panel, which I thought like that they did that because they don't do that often. Like usually they just show it backstage, but he actually came on the panel and kind of promo, and he gets interviewed, and he says that Brock Lesnar is going to annihilate Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, and he says that he's gonna go on to WrestleMania, and even if Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose work together to take out Brock Lesnar, they're gonna have to make the decision where they're gonna have to face each other, and it's gonna lead Brock Lesnar to be able to divide and conquer. And Heyman doesn't really want to talk about the Fastlane match anymore. He wants to talk about how Brock Lesnar's gonna go on to face Triple H at WrestleMania. And then that was it. I thought Heyman was really great on the panel, and I liked that they did this interview. And then Dolph Ziggler gets interviewed, and he talks about how he is the best wrestler out there, and Kevin Owens, he's really confident going in this match. But Kevin Owens, he doesn't know how he feels. He's trying to obviously make some sort of excuse to try to get out of this Intercontinental Championship match. And he says that Dolph Ziggler also says that he is going to steal the show. He's going to win the IC title, and then he's going to have the spotlight on him at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to have the spotlight on him, which I laughed at because that's not fucking happening. Dolph Ziggler having like a big spotlight match at WrestleMania. You're dreaming. You're absolutely dreaming. Stop dreaming. I laughed. Thanks, Dolph, for the laugh there. But that was that. And then we get the first match on the show. On the kickoff, we get the kickoff match. It's Kalisto defending the United States Championship against Alberto Del Rio in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Even though we've seen this match a lot throughout the past month, I still thought this was a great match. I really wish they kind of kept this match on the main show and had this open the pay-per-view, because I definitely think it would have set the tone for the rest of the night. But they didn't do that. But yeah, they didn't do that. Because I definitely think this would have been properly placed in the opening match on the pay-per-view. And Mo and Manalo definitely made the match really well. The way he was calling, because he was actually calling moves. And Kalisto takes out Alberto Del Rio. He hits a Hurricanrana on the outside. He had to dive on the outside. And then Alberto Del Rio throws him into the apron, throws him into the steel steps. And then he starts dominating Kalisto for a while. And then he goes to throw Kalisto into the steel post, but Kalisto counters it, and then he ends up hitting a Hurricanrana into the barricade, and then he goes to he hits a Hurricanrana into the timekeepers there. He goes to dive on Del Rio. Del Rio hits him with the chair, which Kalisto wins the first fall by a disqualification. So then Del Rio just starts destroying Kalisto. He throws him all around the barricade, bounces him off the German announce table, and then eventually the second fall starts, and he hits the double stomp to the shoulders right off the bat and gets the pinfall, so he gets the second fall, and then it's even 1-1, and then Del Rio just continues dominating Kalisto. He ends up hitting the that double stomp where he gets him like in the trio roll position in the corner, except he does it in the timekeepers area, which was awesome. And then Kalisto starts to make a huge comeback. He starts hitting all his moves. He hits a small Hurricanrana. Del Rio hits an inverted superplex, but Kalisto rolls outside the ring, so Del Rio can't cover him. And then Del Rio hits a super kick, and then Kalisto, Del Rio's gonna hit the double stomp to the shoulders while he's in the tree roll position in the corner, but then Kalisto counters it. He tries to go for the Salida del Sol, but Del Rio counters it, and then Kalisto, he has to throw Del Rio into the turnbuckle, and then Kalisto rolls him up for the win and gets the victory and retains the United States Championship. Really great matchup. Really liked it. I kind of wish Kalisto would have hit his finisher for the win, but it was fine. It was actually really great. I really enjoyed it. And it was definitely great way to blow off their feud, and I can't wait to see what they do with Kalisto going in WrestleMania for the United States title, because I definitely think he should have they should do some sort of ladder match with him and some other guys for the United States title. I have a big match where he could showcase, because I definitely think he could have a big WrestleMania moment where he does some sort of dive or something like that. And then they do the Q&A sessions every month, and they did it this time with AJ Styles, and it was a really good Q&A session. He talks about the differences between WWE and the indie leagues, and he compares it to baseball, where there's a lot of minor baseball leagues, but then it's MLB. He compares it to baseball. He talks about who his big influence as a kid when he was a wrestler. He said it was Stan, but he said it was also like a football player, because this football player was not as big as everybody else. And I just liked it because he felt like he was being himself. He actually felt like he was just talking as AJ Styles, and they had him be himself. I thought it was great. And that's it for the kickoff. I thought they really pieced together the kickoff really well this time, because usually they don't do a good job of that. But I like the way they pieced it together. The beginning, they had them talk about the matches, and I definitely think this is the way they should utilize the kickoff. Not every month, but change it up. But it really flowed really well. So I really enjoyed the kickoff. And then now it's time for some ranting. So then we get the actual show itself. So Michael Cole ends up taking Mauro Ranallo's place on commentary, which kind of sucked. I was kind of disappointed about it. I definitely think with the show that we ended up getting, he definitely could have added to the show and made the show a lot better. Because I definitely think if there was a shitty match, Ranallo's commentary would have made it hell of a lot better. And that sometimes does happen. Someone's commentary work can make a match mean more, and that's definitely what Mauro Ranallo could have brought. So we get the first match. It's a tag team match. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Naomi and Tamina Snuka. Naomi and Tamina Snuka cut a promo backstage. Don't remember anything. They talk about how they didn't need Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, they ever since the Divas Revolution, they've been the ones that have been able to stay together because they're family. And then they say the unity. It's just not the same without Sasha there. Now let's just do my rants. It sucked. So this match didn't suck, actually. It was an all-right match, but it was a fucking Raw match. It didn't belong on a pay-per-view, and it was like, it was just an all-right match. They get the heat on Becky Lynch for a long-ass time, and then Sasha Banks gets the hot tag, which the crowd didn't fucking pop for. The crowd sucked all night. They didn't fucking pop for anything, really. That's stuff they should have popped for, they didn't pop for. They were chanting, "We want Sasha," and once she got in the fucking match, they fucking were dead silent. So this is some proof that you shouldn't always listen to fans, because they fucking change their minds really fucking quickly. So then eventually, they hit the real view, kick out, and then they have to do the super kick. Becky Lynch fucking comes in, breaks it up, and then they have Sasha Banks tap out Naomi to the bank statement, and Becky Lynch. No, she taps out actually Tamina with the bank statement, which looks like a fucking cross face because Tamina sucks. There's a comment that says that Tamina's underrated. Fuck that. That's not true. And if you think she's under fucking rated, then the fuck are you talking about? She just fucking blows. Then Becky Lynch gets Naomi in the disarmo, so I like that they had them all both hit the finishers. Then they just kind of cuts away. They don't do anything fucking else. They don't do anything to fucking try to build a storyline, because these are probably going to be the two divas that go into the Divas title match at fucking WrestleMania. And Sasha Banks, I think, is supposed to be a fucking heel. So you don't have fucking Sasha Banks to fucking attack Becky Lynch or nothing like that. You just fucking cut away. And it just was a fucking Raw match. It wasn't a pay-per-view match. It was a fucking match you would see on any old fucking Monday Night Raw. I'm not pissed about it, but it's like it didn't mean nothing. This meant nothing. I like that they went there with Team Bad, but this didn't mean anything. Even if the other team had won, they still would have had Naomi and Becky and Sasha advance to the fucking Divas title match. This match meant nothing. It didn't do anything to elevate anybody. It just was fucking there. It was just to fucking give Sasha and Becky something to do. And then you have a match we see every fucking week. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm not going to go for spot for spot. You want to know why I'm not going to go for spot for spot? Because we see this match so fucking often that we see the same fucking spots. Literally, you could fucking watch one of their old fucking matches, then watch this fucking match, and it would be the same fucking match. How many times do these guys have to fucking face off? This is why I'm fucking pissed, because this is why wins and losses don't fucking matter, because Kevin Owens can beat Dolph Ziggler like fucking 3,000 times, and then they just end up fucking facing off, doing the same fucking spot. Yeah, fucking Dolph Ziggler, who fucking just beats him twice, he gets an Intercontinental title match, when Kevin Owens wasn't even the fucking Intercontinental champion at the time. Fucking he had his shot at the IC title on Raw, and you know what? Fucking Dolph Ziggler, get fucking released. I'm fucking sick of this shit with him just being stuck in the mid card. I'm just fucking release the guy if you're just gonna keep him and holding him fucking down. Just fucking release him. I'm sick of this shit. You know, this bullshit of you just pushed off. You fucking have him stuck in mid card purgatory. And it's fucking worse than just being in middle purgatory when you die. Because you know why? Because Dolph Ziggler, it has talent. Dolph Ziggler, you fucking blew your chances with, though. You blew your chances with Dolph. You blew your chances with them countless and countless times. And you know what? This guy should just leave. He's faking a smile. I'm sick of this. And you know what? This match was the same match we see every fucking week. If you do this, just don't do this match anymore. The only time you should do it again is if Kevin Owens turns face and Dolph Ziggler turns heel. That's it. This wasn't a feud, by the way. They keep saying this was a feud. This was not a feud. This was not a feud. All they did was just have matches with each other. That's not a feud. It depends on the circumstance. If it was like a best of 3 series and you want to just see who the best is, then that's a feud. That's not the case here. This is not a feud. And you know what? I wish Kevin Owens had just ended Ziggler's career right there. Just fucking powerbomb on the apron. You're not going to use Dolph Ziggler in a prominent spot at WrestleMania, so what's the point? Just put Dolph Ziggler, if you're going to job him out, don't even put him on TV. And then you have Kevin Owens with the IC title, and he's a good IC champion, but it's like nothing's changed from his last IC title one. Exact same spot, and you know what? You had a chance to go there with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You could have had Sami fucking Zayn come out, but you didn't do that. Because you guys are idiots. You could have done the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens feud. It would have been good. You don't do that. Just don't do that. Then you got the Big Show backstage, and then they're just kind of they're gonna talk about how they're gonna send the Wyatt family to hell, which technically they would fucking like it because they're fucking sick and twisted. So that would be a good thing to them. They would fucking like hell. You fucking idiot, Kane. And Kane, get a fucking tan. You're fucking white as shit. Well, I guess that's not true because shit isn't white. Well, you're white. You know what you was white as? You were white as this fucking thin, this fucking acne cream right here. That's how white you are. Get a tan. And you know what? I'm sick. This match blew with the Wyatt family versus Kane, Ryback, and the fucking Big Show. You know why? Because you have fucking Strowman in the match who can't work a match. He can't even sell a fucking spear. He can't. He just sucks. And then you have the guy that can wrestle in the match, Luke Harper, who was barely in the fucking match, and they got Eric Rowan, who's just who's the jobber of the Wyatt family. And then you have Ryback, who was making a Goldberg ripoff again because they changed his attire, and people weren't chanting Goldberg at him. But now that you've changed his stupid attire, you brought back the Goldberg chants. And now everyone's going to be like, why are they chanting Goldberg? You know why they chanting Goldberg, WWE? Well, let me tell you something. Goldberg, Ryback, Goldberg wore the exact same tights. This is just bullshit. And then you have Ryback win with the worst fucking shell shock you ever seen in my entire life. Like, the hell was that? And then you have the Wyatt family, who's supposed to look strong because you have Bray Wyatt possibly facing Brock Lesnar, which I hope that's not happening now. But the Wyatt family, just get rid of the Wyatts. You're just jobbing them out. They never win a match. They always lose their feuds. And then you try to say that these are intimidating. Stop comparing them to zombies from The Walking Dead, because zombies from The Walking Dead can at least fucking annihilate people. Like these fucking, and these guys are just fucking guys that, and I guess if you don't take a shower and you just grow a fucking beard, you're a fucking zombie from The Walking Dead. And they're trying to compare Braun fucking Strowman to a zombie from The Walking Dead. Let me tell you something, JBL. The zombies from The Walking Dead have more of a brain and are more agile and can move faster than this asswipe. So get that shit out of your ass. Get your head out of your ass, JBL. These are not zombies from The Walking Dead. In fact, Luke Harper's too quick to be a zombie from The Walking Dead. Because JBL, if you watch The Walking Dead, they're fucking slow shit. And Luke Harper actually is a fucking tank and moves fast and does dives. I don't see the zombies from The Walking Dead doing dives. And then Eric Rowan fucking sucks. And the zombies from The Walking Dead don't suck. Well, they suck on human flesh, but you get the idea. And Braun Strowman, not quick. Like I said, JBL, just because you have a beard and you don't shower, you're not a zombie from The Walking Dead. And you know what? The zombies from The Walking Dead are more fucking credible than these fucks. And then we have Roman Reigns getting interviewed. I did like this segment here just because the fact that they were building up tension between Reigns and Ambrose. To be honest with you, I didn't really get to watch the segment because let me tell you something that fucking happened. I'm going to tell you about it in the next fucking match. We get Charlotte defending the Divas Championship with Brie Bella with Ric Flair ringside. Okay, this fucking network, WWE Network, is a fucking piece of shit. Let me tell you why. It fucking lagged on me. You've been doing this shit for 2 fucking years. For 2 years. You were launching this piece of shit network off since 2012 or 2011. It was supposed to launch. You had this plan, and you launched it off in 2014. And it's like, okay, well, it was understandable why you couldn't figure out the kinks. You had bugs. Things that are new have bugs. But let me tell you something. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. I pay $9.99 a month. Well, I give my mom the money, but you just still do it. You know, it comes out of her credit card, but I give her $9.99 a month. Which, by the way, you're lying to us by saying that it's $9.99. It's actually tax. I forgot the tax, WWE, because you guys can't do math. I'm in college and I can do fucking math. You forget the tax. But this network, you've been doing this network for 2 years. 2 years. And you can't figure it out still. You still have glitches. You still have lags. I understand. There's a many people. I understand. It's not an excuse anymore. I don't understand anymore, actually. You've been doing this for 2 years. For 2 years. And you still haven't figured it out. Then you know what you do? Fire the guys. Fire those ass wipes that are... Fire these ass wipes that are setting this network up and hire somebody else. That's all you have to do. These guys clearly don't know what they're doing. They probably just pick their asses and just kind of go with the motions. Because you got Kevin Dunn as charge of production. No wonder why this network is a fucking fail. No wonder why people don't want to subscribe. Because why would they want to watch a piece of shit pay-per-view like that that's going to fucking lag on them? It lagged on me so many times. And I got kicked off the pay-per-view during this match. When I tried to... and then I hit the live now thing, right? And when I tried to watch it, it came me back to the Kevin fucking Owens Dolph Ziggler match that we've seen millions of times. Figure this network out. This is why no one subscribes, probably, because it sucks. Because I use the network a lot, and don't say it was probably my service, because I've used this Xbox One a billion times on the network, no problems. I never had a problem before. And it seems like it's only the WWE main pay-per-views. NXT, never have a problem. I never have a problem with NXT. Never have a problem with NXT. Never have a problem with NXT. I never had one. Except the first one, but like I said, those were the kinks. It's only the WWE main pay-per-views is when I have a problem. And it was lagging, and just if you want this network to succeed, fix it. And you know what? Why am I even bothering saying that? Because you're not going to listen to me. Because you know what? I'm just like a guy with a donkey that you don't think knows what he's talking about. But I know what I'm talking about. I'm just sick of this shit. So that's the first hour of the pay-per-view, and it fucking blew. Like, and then we get some good stuff. Now I need to calm down for a second because I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. I need to, cause I'm just sick of this shit with WWE. It's the same shit every time. I say the same shit. They don't fucking listen. But let's talk about the positives now. So now I'm gonna get my happy face on, cause this was great shit. There is some bad stuff about it, but it's the best thing probably on the pay-per-view. It's the match. I would say maybe the match of the night, because the main event was a good match, but there's a problem with the main event that I'll talk about. So Chris Jericho gets interviewed, and he's going to his match with AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho says that I love his promo. He's definitely in heel mode in this promo. I really wish though they would have waited to do the match till WrestleMania. WWE is impatient though, but I'm glad that they did it at Fastlane, I guess. That launched off AJ Styles. And Chris Jericho talks about how AJ Styles has been all over the world, and the pressure is on AJ Styles here, because he either beats me twice and proves that he really is phenomenal, and this launches off his career, or he loses again. He loses again, and he fizzles out of the WWE, which I loved his promo. So we get the match. It's a fucking great match. An amazing match. I would say this was the best match they've had. I just really wish they would have saved this for WrestleMania, because this would have been a great WrestleMania moment. But I'm not going to complain about it too much, mainly because if we didn't have this match on the show, I probably wouldn't have ranted about it more. So I love this match. But the dynamics were perfect. AJ Styles kicks Chris Jericho's ass throughout the beginning of the match. He's hitting kicks, and he hits a cross bodies, the Pele kick from when Jericho tried to jump off the turnbuckle. He tried to do a dive. Jericho countered into a drop kick. Jericho threw him into the barricade a number of times. And they just really told a story in this match. I just love the match. AJ Styles hit a forearm. He hit the classic kicks. Chris Jericho hit a lion saw, and AJ Styles kicked out of it. And then eventually Styles tries to go for the springboard, but Jericho counters into a drop kick when he was on the middle rope, which was kind of scary because he fell face first. And then Styles tries to go for the Hurricanrana, but Jericho counters into the walls of Jericho, which was really scary because he almost lands on his neck and could have broken his neck. So thank God he ended up being okay, but it was a really scary spot. And he gets him in the walls, and then Styles gets to the ropes, and then Jericho gets him in the Styles knocks Jericho on the outside, and he goes for the and Jericho gets him in a powerbomb and swings him into the barricade, and then gets him in the lion tamer on the outside. And then Styles gets back in the ring. Jericho hits a code breaker on him, but Styles too close to the rope, so we can't to the left. We can't make the cover. And then Jericho goes for the walls of Jericho again. Styles counters into the Styles glass. Jericho kicks out of it, which he didn't really sell, which I kind of have a problem with that because he didn't really sell the move. And then Styles gets him in the calf crusher. Jericho acts like he's going to tap, never tapped, and then Jericho ends up tapping out. Styles wins. This really put over Styles huge here. I thought it was great. It was an amazing match, but it did have some problems in the match, but I still thought it was an amazing match. And then afterwards, they get in each other's face, and Styles is like, you want to go again? And then afterwards, they shake hands. So I definitely think this feud's over. If they do continue the feud, it really wouldn't make sense. They did the handshake spot. And now I see Styles facing Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship, which I would really like to see that. I think it's definitely time you put a title on Styles, and I think the Intercontinental Championship definitely would be the way to go, because I definitely think if booked right, he can bring prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. So it was great. And then Next, we had the Cutting Edge Peep Show with the New Day, and Edge and Christian plugged their new show, which I'm probably gonna watch tomorrow, maybe review it. And then the New Day, and they talk about how much how they're happy to be back in the ring, and they go to talk about their history, but then the New Day come out and says that they ask who cares about your history, and they're like who. I love it when they do that. They sound like an owl. And I was glad they put this on the main show just because it definitely spaced out the main event and the Styles Jericho match really well. I'm glad they put this on the pay-per-view because I definitely think it wouldn't have gotten the time it deserved if it was on the network. Well, the kickoff. And they talk about how nobody cared, and they said they're gonna freestyle. So then Xavier Woods starts freestyling, and then Edge and Christian make fun of him. They say that they pretty much ripped off Edge and Christian by stealing all the comedy stuff because now they have the trombone. Now they have the World Tag Team Champions of the world, and they say that they're like if. It would be like that they remind him of them because it would be like if they had a three-way with Beyonce, and they're the weird child. And then the other things they talk about is they talk about how the three Oreos that aren't white or something like that, which was weird to say since Black History Month, but I still laughed at it. And then the New Day said that they're not being like Edge and Christian, they're better than Edge and Christian. And they say that they're the best tag team of all time. Every tag team, they've beaten everybody. And Edge and Christian say even the League of Nations. Because Sheamus had said that they would kick their ass and help beat fella. And then they say that they would kick Sheamus's ass. And then the League of Nations come out and they make fun of Edge and Christian. Because they tell him to get out of the ring, and Del Rio says that 5 years ago he retired Edge, and then Edge says I accomplished more in the ring in 5 years than you ever had. So then they go to leave. They said they're gonna give you a 5-second head pose because you guys are the new stars. But then they plug their show and they actually do the 5-second pose with the New Day while Edge is dropping money. I forget what they call it, but it was great. It was hilarious. And I definitely think the New Day's face now, I think, because they celebrated with Edge and Christian, because I don't think they would have done that if they weren't face. And at first, I was kind of mad but I think they definitely should go there with the New Day's faces now. They're really over with the crowd. And it's time to go there. Yeah. So now back to ranting. For the second. Get Curtis Axel with Heath Slater, Adam Rose, and Bo Dallas with R-Truth. Fucking hate the Social Outcasts. I mean, I liked him at the start, but this is just a job squad. That's all it fucking is. It's a job squad. It's pretty much 3MB 2.0. Don't say that's not, because it fucking is. And it's like, they're so corny. And I don't really care enough to talk about what they said in their promo. They just said some corny fucking lines. And it's like, you should have just done... It gets TV time, but it's like, come on. The job squad, really. I mean, they're just gonna get jobbed out. And this was a Superstars match. You have the This was really a Superstars quality match. And it's fucking sad. I mean, it built up to an R-Truth Goldust thing, but I kind of wish they would have just done a backstage skit with them. But it's like, what the fuck? It's like... Stupid. It was just stupid. I didn't fucking care. It was a Superstars match, and it was boring. Why was this on a pay-per-view? Why did they diminish the U.S. title match to the fucking kickoff and put this on the fucking pay-per-view? Like, what the fuck? I did say that they did definitely had room for the U.S. title match, and this match was a fucking example of it. They totally could have fucking put the U.S. title match on the fucking pay-per-view, but you know fucking what? They fucking shafted them. And Goldust comes out and fucking fucks around with them, and then Curtis Axel just beats R-Truth, and it's like, what the fuck? And it was just fucking out of there. It's fucking weird. It's fucking stupid. And it was just absolutely dumb. And it's like, just I would have preferred if they just did another comedy skit. I hope they continue doing that. I think if you were just gonna do this, you should have just had them finally become a tag team on the show, and have our truth go just help them beat our truth. It's just I just why do they do this shit? And then we get the main event. I think it's the last match on the show. It's Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Winner faces Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 32. I love the match. I definitely did love the match. I definitely thought the way they set it up was really good. I just don't like the finish, really, just because it was stupid. But Lesnar, they try to double team Lesnar, but they just Lesnar fucking annihilates him. And Lesnar German suplex Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose a bunch of times. He catches Dean Ambrose and does a belly to belly on the floor. And then Lesnar's doing German suplexes. Dean Ambrose hits a drop kick on him. And Lesnar hits an F5 in the win on Reigns. Ambrose breaks it up. So then Ambrose is asking for Lesnar to beat him up. He slaps Lesnar right in the face. And I love how immediately Lesnar just started firing away on knees to the gut and just beating the crap out of him. Because I thought that was great. And then Lesnar starts hitting German suplexes on Ambrose. And then he goes for and I like how he counts the German suplexes now. Which is really cool because it's really over. And then he goes for another F5 on Ambrose. But then Reigns counters with Reigns ends up spewing Lesnar, and he tries to pin him, but Lesnar kicks out. He hits a Superman punch on him, and then they start and then Reigns goes to go off the steps and do another move to him, but Lesnar catches him like he's gonna do an F5. Ambrose low blows Lesnar, and Roman Reigns and Ambrose have to work together to take out Lesnar, so they do. They double power bomb him, Shield style, through the Spanish announce table, I think. And then they start Ambrose. They realize they have to fight each other, so Ambrose attacks Reigns, throws him into the steel steps, and then they start going at it for a while. Ambrose pretty much gets the upper hand, starts hitting all his typical moves on Reigns, and then Ambrose sees that when Reigns is on the floor, sees that Lesnar's starting to come too, so Lesnar and Ambrose, Reigns and Ambrose have to go back to work on Lesnar, which I thought was really believable. I like that they did that. It's like, okay, we gotta stop fighting, we gotta take care of this guy, because that's how kind of it worked. Like, if you were really in a team or something, and it's like, okay, we may be opponents, but we gotta take out this guy first. And then they throw him into the barricade. They double powerbomb him through the English announce table, and then they stack up the table, like the broken pieces of the table on him, which I thought was really cool. And then Reigns starts attacking Ambrose, and this time Reigns starts hitting all his moves. And he goes for the roll up into a power bomb, but then Ambrose attacks Reigns and fights out of it with elbows, and he goes through off the top rope. Reigns catches him in a Superman punch, and then eventually Ambrose at some point hit the dirty deeds on Reigns, but he kicked out of it. Then Reigns goes for the he goes for it again, but then Ambrose goes to counter into a Samoan drop, but Lesnar German suplexes him while he has him up. And then Brock Lesnar, then Reigns hits a spear on Lesnar, but then Lesnar gets him in the Kimura lock right away, and Reigns tries to power out of it, but then Ambrose has to come in with a chair, starts taking out Lesnar. And then he starts running away on Reigns, and then he hits Lesnar right off the back, and then Reigns spears him and just covers him and gets the win, which I thought was lame. Because I just definitely think the match should have gone on a little longer. I don't know if they were running low on time, because I remember I was a little bit behind on the pay-per-view because the network sucked. And it was just kind of like, I kind of wish Reigns had kicked out of it and then the match could have gone on. At least the Wyatts didn't screw Lesnar out of the match. So now I think they should definitely go there with Lesnar and Ambrose. Just because I think that's the perfect match to do since they've been built into it. And obviously you don't have to have Ambrose go over. What I'm afraid... So now let's talk about what I'm afraid is going to happen with WrestleMania and post-WrestleMania. What I'm afraid is going to happen. So then Triple H comes out. They have a stare down. And they just clearly didn't care that the fans didn't want Reigns. They didn't give a shit. So fuck them. It's like they didn't give a shit. They booed Reigns the whole in that match. Like they fucking hated Reigns. And it's like getting to the point. Like I said, I am a fan of Reigns. I definitely think he has a solid moveset. But I just think you could benefit more if you turn him heel. Honestly. I just think him as a face isn't really working. And it's like not Reigns' fault really. I just definitely think he could definitely show off his charisma more if he was a heel, because I definitely think his promos would come off really well as a heel. He definitely could kind of showcase more what he's doing in the ring. I just think it would be better. And then eventually, because the New Day, when they turned face first, they were face first and they sucked. And Edge and Christian even said that. When they were face, they sucked. And no one liked them. And then when they turned heel, everybody started liking them. And that could be the same case with Roman Reigns. But it's like they don't give a shit. They want to make him the next face of the company, and he's just not ready for that spot yet, really. He just isn't ready yet, you know? I understand you don't have John Cena right now, but it's like, it's just bullshit. And it's like, what the fuck? And then, like, this match with Triple H and Reigns, I know I've wanted to see it for a while, and I said this was where they were building to, but it's like, it's just not going to work anymore. When Reigns wins that title, I will boo. I will boo, and everybody else is going to boo, because they're forcing it. They're just really forcing it with Reigns. They have to keep... he's just really not over. They have to keep taking away the championship from him because they don't think he's ready. And the fact that he's going to be the champion post-WrestleMania, and the possibility of Ambrose turning heel instead is fucking stupid. Dean Ambrose should not turn heel. I understand he would be a great heel. I definitely think he would be a great heel. But it's just fucking over with the fucking fans. And they do this all the fucking time. They always turn the most over guy in the company heel. They did it with CM Punk in 2012, and it flopped big time. They did it with Ryback in 2013. They've always they just go against the grain. They did it with Cesaro, actually, when he was supposed to turn face after leaving Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter with the Real Americans. And what happened? They just they turned him heel and had him go with Paul Heyman, who had just conquered the Undertaker's streak. This fucking company is so stupid. This company is probably like one of the dumbest companies in fucking lifetime. Like, what the hell did this company do? I never seen a company that just doesn't give a shit what the fans want. Vince McMahon talks about how he does care what the fans want. He does listen to the audience, and that's fucking bullshit. If he's listening to the fucking audience, if he says that, I'm looking at this fucking show right here. They all booed Roman Reigns. They didn't want Roman Reigns to win this fucking match, and they had Roman Reigns to win it anyways. How stupid can this fucking company be? And once Roman Reigns wins that title, they're gonna get booed. They're not gonna sell out WrestleMania. If the WrestleMania breaks the attendance record, then that's gonna be fucking stupid, because it's not gonna deserve it. Roman Reigns versus Triple H. Wow. Triple H, I think, could be a great heel and try to get him over, but it's just not gonna work. Roman Reigns is just not gonna get over as a fucking face. They really should have just gone with him, the heel, but they decided to go against the grain because they just want Roman Reigns to be the top star. This company just doesn't care. And after WrestleMania 32, when Reigns wins the title, and you're gonna be, and when everybody's just, when the WrestleMania 32 sucks and a lot of people turn off their product and just don't really watch the shows really as much, like I'm going to be doing, because I'm probably only going to be watching some Raws and then pay-per-views, you're going to be like, oh, what happened? What did we do? What happened? Oh, maybe we need to do a reflex and, have John Cena come back. They're just gonna think that it's not anything that they did. It's gonna be something that the star did. So then they'll job somebody out, or release somebody, and it's like, this company. is stupid. And they're gonna try to do Braun fucking Strowman versus Roman Reigns in a match that's gonna suck absolute 67 donkey dicks. At fucking Extreme Rules, they're gonna do that match. Wow, what in the absolute fuck? This company is fucking stupid. How it fucking blows. Cause to believe me, guys, this company we could have another bad year for the WWE. How the fuck did they have a great Royal Rumble where they got everything right and they got nothing right? They completely ruined their WrestleMania with this fucking pay-per-view. They really want to sell WrestleMania. They're not gonna fucking do it. This WrestleMania is gonna suck. And they have nothing but themselves to blame with their fucking shitty road schedule that allowed them to get rid of all that, to pretty much lose all their stars, and with their shitty booking. So WWE, fuck you. Just fuck you, WWE. Yeah, I guess you're gonna... Roman Reigns, I feel bad for you because you don't really deserve any of this, really. It's the company's fault. You just don't really deserve it. I don't really personally think Roman Reigns deserves this. And I just feel so bad because I paid fucking $800 for this to go to this show, and it's probably gonna be my last WrestleMania I might go to, and maybe my last wrestling event. Unless it's like a pay-per-view or something. But yeah, I was hoping at least that they were gonna put Ambrose over too, because you think you lost the IC title, and you would think you would have him go over here since lost the IC title on Raw, and there was a reason you did it, but they just wanted to. They definitely knew that the fans wanted Ambrose and teased us with him, and they're just fuck you, WWE. This pay-per-view fucking blew. It fucking did. It just fucking blew. What a fucking waste of piece of shit. I could have fucking watched a Walking Dead marathon. I could have fucking done a SpongeBob review. I could have done my read and hate comments video on my own The Talkinator channel with James. But what a fucked up company. This company is just like, how can you support it anymore? I swear, I'm not kidding you too. If WrestleMania 32 sucks, and if they don't fucking get their shit together, because I actually have a feeling that with this show, WrestleMania 32 is gonna be pretty bad. I'm gonna be there live, so I probably will be marking out just because it will be my first experience at a WrestleMania. But after the WrestleMania 32, this company is gonna be dropping a huge atomic bomb on itself. Wow, this company is just like the dumbest company. But anyhow, that's very much it, guys. Wow, it's just wow. So thank God this show is over. That's another redeeming quality of this show, that it's finally over. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna end off the video. I definitely will not be taking hiatuses. I'm definitely gonna come back. I have some stuff I'm gonna review. And I swear, by the way, too, if they give Vincent Kennedy McMahon the Vincent J. McMahon Award, then really just fuck this company. Vince McMahon can go fucking die in a hole. But anyhow, that's pretty much it, guys. So I got 3 words for you: like, comment, subscribe.